welcome. I'm Christy Faith. Hi, welcome. Come on in. How are you? I hope you're having a good evening tonight. Welcome, everybody. Grab your coffee. Let's have some coffee together. This is caffeinated. Is yours? How many of you can drink caffeine? Hi. Hi, Crystal. How many of you can drink caffeine right before bed? Because I can. It's kind of one of those things that I can just do. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Welcome. I'm Christy Faith. It's all about homeschooling tonight. I want to answer your homeschooling questions. Hi, welcome. Come on in. We can talk all about homeschooling. I'm so glad that you're here. Hello, everybody. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. And we are on TikTok. You know I love you, TikTok. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Oh, look, I already got some hugs. I love it when I see those hearts come in because I know that you're loving on me. I had a major mom fail. Do you guys want to hear it? I took my girls to get haircuts. And the hairdresser, I said, take off what needs to be taken off. And it was a lot more than what my girls wanted. And one of my sweet, precious babies cried for 2 hours after going to the salon. I just feel awful about it. Have you guys ever done anything like that? Where it's just like, oh my goodness, what a big mom fail. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm talking about my mom fails. Welcome. Come on in. We're going to talk all about homeschooling tonight. I'm going to answer your homeschooling questions. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to make sure that you realize you're not messing up your kid. This is something that you can do. I have my caffeinated coffee. What are you drinking tonight? Come on in, everybody. Welcome. Hi. Ask me your homeschooling questions. What are you struggling with this week? What is a win that you've had? Like, no, I really want to see this in the comments. Is there anything that went really well this week? I'd love to know. Hello, come on in, everybody. We're on 4 platforms. We're on YouTube, TikTok, mwah, you know how I feel about TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Ask your homeschooling questions. Please do. I want to encourage you tonight. If anybody's in here that's in my membership, let me know. I want to see you. There's 5 new members today that I haven't had a chance to welcome, and I feel really awful about it, but I just haven't had the time yet. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Ask your homeschooling questions, everybody. Come on in. I can't wait to answer your questions. I want to hear about any homeschooling wins that you've had this week. Did anyone download the free? This is totally free. The Advent calendar that is in my link tree. It's the entire, oh, hi. Oh, hi, Jennifer. The Advent calendar is an entire month of planned for you Advent activities. I put it together with Mary Wilson. Mary, are you here? And Colleen Kessler, who's like a rock star in the homeschool world, uber famous, not on TikTok, but famous in like real life, at rock solid gal. And we put together an Advent calendar where every single day activities are planned for you to do with your kids so that you don't have to stress out about any Google searching or Google searching crafts or anything like that. It's literally like you can cut up the little squares and your kids can pull them out of a hat, and that's the fun Advent activity that you're doing that day. And it includes some crafts, but we kept the crafts really simple. But here's the best part of it. We made sure that there were crafts and activities that would appeal to all ages, from preschool all the way to high school, for every single day. So it's for you to enjoy. Merry Christmas. It's completely free, and it's in my link tree. So go and get that. Hi, everybody. Awesome. Yeah, is there a question already?
Audrey Donovan says,
hi,
yes,
Audrey.
The Advent calendar is amazing.
Yay, Audrey, you liked it? What are you looking forward to doing on it? In my membership, everyone's excited about the glow stick night. That one was Mary's idea. Just from looking at it, what are you most excited to do?
It's Bridget Darling.
Hi, Bridget.
I had put my kids back into school, and now my daughter, who hated homeschool, wants to do it again.
Are you gonna, do you think you'll pull her out for January? Or do you think you're gonna leave her in, or do you wanna just pull her out now? Let me know. Respond in the comments. I wanna help you. But you know what? That's not a bad thing, because sometimes kids don't, the grass always seems greener. And then when they go over there, they're like, oh yeah, no, homeschooling was better. So I think that's great, because she's gonna always know what public school is like. Yeah, but let me know when you're planning to pull her out. Hello, everybody. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love you guys so much. Yeah.
Okay. Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
To find a non-religious curriculum.
Yeah, there are so many non-religious curriculums. What are you using so far?
And her win is my kid's anxiety is so much better.
Oh, that's so great. Your kid's anxiety is better. Awesome. Awesome. The secular homeschooling world is growing by leaps and bounds, and there is solid curriculum in all of the disciplines for you. So, let me know what you're struggling with, because you're probably not struggling with finding a secular math. You're probably not struggling with finding a secular science and literature. Let me know what you're struggling with. I can help you tonight. Yeah.
Morgan B., how do you find the time to homeschool and work?
I know. Girl, wait, who is this? Morgan. Well, first off, it's 7:30 at night, and this is caffeinated. And I'll be able to sleep like a baby later. Okay. I was telling someone today, I was on a call because someone was interested in me being a speaker at a homeschool conference. And I was telling them, and they were saying, they were mistaken, actually. They were saying, it's just all the homeschoolers are one-income families. And I said, not the new homeschool mom. Not the new homeschool mom. Not since the pandemic. We are working as well. We are working from home. We have flexible hours. Both us and our spouses are working, and we are homeschooling our kids together in a partnership. That is the future of homeschooling. And I just encourage the owners of that conference to not sleep on that, because workshops on how to train moms to be working homeschool moms is the future. That's where we're going. And I am one myself. To answer your question as to how I pull this off, one, I do not replicate public school at home in my home. That takes 7 hours a day. I don't do that. I don't even believe in that anyway, so that makes it easy. For subjects like science and history and literature, I combine a lot of my kids that are close in age, and we do one big lesson together. There's no reason why all the subjects need to be age leveled, and that saves a lot of time. And it's really enriching because we're having these small group discussions. So that's another little hack for a working homeschool mom. What I will say, and this is in particular with me only and other moms who also have flexible jobs like I do, I wake up very early. I wake up at 4:45, and I get a lot of work done before my kids wake up. And I'm very disciplined with it in terms of I have to do a half hour of this, a half hour of this, 45 minutes of this. And it's worked really well for me. And, keep in mind, homeschooling does not take but a couple of hours a day. I'm done by lunch, and then I can work in the afternoons on my job. And then later on, like past 3 p.m., we're doing what everyone else is doing. We're driving our kids to soccer, to cheerleading, to basketball, and all of the things. So it does require some juggling. What I will say that working homeschool moms have in common is we are out-of-the-box thinkers. So we're, most of us are not going to the grocery store. Like, we know we're not going to get the best produce because someone else is picking it for us. But a bruised pear is just as healthy as a perfectly looking pear, and we can eat that pear. And so we outsource a lot, we automate a lot. And, some working homeschool moms, I'm probably over answering your question, sorry. But I know a lot of moms who have like a 2-week rotation on meals. It also helps with budgeting, where you can really control the costs of your groceries, where you have like a 2-week rotation of your dinners, and those are your meals for 2 weeks, and then you start over again. There's so many things that you can do as a working homeschool mom. And there's a section in my membership a topic in my membership about working homeschool moms, because a lot of us in there are, and I am one myself. So I hope I was able to help you a little bit.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie
Hi.
Dotson. I'm still really green at homeschooling, and I don't feel like I know what I'm doing.
Who is this?
Jamie Dotson.
Jamie, would you ever be interested in being mentored by me and being in community in my group? That would be a really good fit for you. If you're hungry for community and you're hungry for mentoring, I would love to have you. And if you're curious about what my group is, I'm happy to talk about my group on this live. But yeah, is there another question?
Yeah, Melanie Vasquez says,
Melanie!
I work from home and just withdrew my daughter, and I just joined the group.
Okay, Melanie, first, girl. Okay, this is the thing. You know what I told Scott? So I was cooking dinner. I made fried rice, pork fried rice. And I was cooking dinner, and I was like, Scott, I saw Melanie come in the membership. And there were 4 other members that came in this afternoon, and I haven't been able to personally welcome you yet. And I'm like, oh, it's been eating me alive. But I was cooking dinner, eating dinner, and then getting ready for the live. So, and I had a lot of business meetings. So I saw you, Melanie. I'm so excited that you joined, and I cannot wait to meet you. I'll probably meet you on Monday, right? On our Zoom. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
okay.
Jamie and Jamie are expressing interest too.
Okay, good. Yes.
How do you get it?
Oh, yeah. So if you want to join my membership, and you can ask me questions about my membership tonight or not, I'll answer everything that I can. But you can go to my link tree. My membership right now is in founding members phase, which is, I'm starting this membership with founding members only, and I'm opening it up until December 15th. And basically what a founding member is you're at the beginning, you're at the foundation of this group, and it's awesome already, but it's also a little bit green. There's a little bit of working out the kinks. Like we've been discussing in the group when our meetings should be, and like my onboarding meeting, eventually it's going to be a fancy PowerPoint, but right now it's not yet because we're still making it really good. So if you sign up to be a founding member, you get half off. But the reason why you get half off is because it's not quite polished and perfect yet. At the same time, I'm making sure that my founding members find incredible value. You get more FaceTime with me than you will ever get with office hours and workshops and all that stuff. So if you're interested, you can ask about it, and you can go into my link tree and read about it too. Yeah.
Megan says, we started Hooked on Phonics with my son because he was really struggling putting sound to the letter.
Yes.
And the letter to the sound. What do you think about Hooked on Phonics?
Yeah, so I think a phonics-based approach is the only approach that every child should be learning to read. Look into something like Logic of English. The reason why I'm saying that, Logic of English, and someone can type it. I'm not paid by them at all. I'm just recommending them. I use them myself. So something like Logic of English is really great because it teaches your kid the handwriting, reading, phonics, and spelling all together, like as one unit, which I think is really great because otherwise you have to buy separate curricula options for every single piece. So, but I love Hooked on Phonics. I think it's great, and I think a phonics-based approach is how kids should be learning to read. So
great. Becky Fink.
Hi, Becky.
How does a newly single mom who needs to get a job to survive still homeschool? Yeah,
so you might not be able to. Was this Kelly? Becky, you might not be able to right now. Honestly, not everyone can homeschool, and I realize that, and it is a blessing to be able to do it. And there are a lot of women in your shoes who were in a position where they absolutely could not homeschool, and they over time worked really hard to get in a position to do that. If that is an eventual eventual goal of yours. I do hope and pray that you can get there. I don't know your personal circumstances and what your earning capacities are and that type of thing, what kind of support you have at home. Do you have extended family that can help you with childcare? I don't know your particular circumstances, but what I will say is that it's just not in the cards necessarily for everybody, and that's okay. And your kids are still going to be okay. You know, I have a very strong homeschooling voice on social media, but never once would I ever in a million years mom shame or tell everyone that they have to be homeschooling. No, but what I am doing is I'm changing America's perception of homeschooling because it's viewed as something unhealthy by our society, and that's a lie. So I do a lot of myth busting on my page, but I never do any mom shaming at all. So I do hope and pray that you do get in a position that if you really, really want to homeschool your kids, that you'll be able to one day. Yeah.
Amanda shares.
Hi, Amanda. Are you in my group? Amanda from the group?
Amanda Payne. I don't think
Okay.
so. She's a mom and a realtor, homeschool mom and a realtor. We try to make our lifestyle where my husband could solely support us, but my income helps too.
Pound. Working homeschool moms unite. Who else is a working homeschool mom tonight?
Tam from the homeschool help desk.
Tam!
Your earrings are so pretty.
Oh my goodness, Tam. Wait, do you guys follow Cousin Tam? We need to text, girl. It's been too long. I love you so much. Isn't she great? Can we give some hugs for Cousin Tam? How much do we love her?
Kristen Page, my child has become burned out a little bit.
Yeah.
How can we bypass? Take a break, lessen the load?
Yeah, you know what? You just mentioned two things. She is saying that her child's burnt out. What do? She's saying, what? Do I lessen the load a bit? Do I take a break? This is what I want to say, and I want to empower you with this. First off, no one knows your child more than you. It could be that. It could be that you know what? You could need a season of unschooling. You could need a season of interest-led learning. And maybe if you're really worried about your child getting behind in maybe math, for example, you say, look, we're going to do math every day, but then after that, you get to pick. You get to pick what you're going to do. And as long as you're doing it, this is going to be great. So often when kids get burnt out, it's curriculum choice. I'd be very curious what curriculum you are using. Could you put it in the comments? Because I hate to admit it, because, I want to support all curriculum companies, but there are some where I've noticed that parents and kids tend to get burnt out because it just is so much. So, was that diplomatic enough?
Ariel.
Hi,
Is
Ariel.
there?
Hi, Ariel.
She says, on the struggle bus, my 8-year-old refuses to do any reading or work. Please help. It's been 4 months.
Oh my goodness, 4 months. Okay, did you hear what I was just saying? And would you be at all interested in coming into my membership and being mentored and walking through this together? No pressure, but this is a situation that I don't know you. Right? Like, I don't know you and I don't know your kid. I don't know your kid's learning profile. If your kid has any special needs, I haven't been able to read the IEP to explain why. When kids struggle in their learning, it could be for so many reasons. It could literally be eye tracking, where something's wrong with their eyes and it gives them headaches, and so that's why they fight learning. It could be emotional, like they struggle with perfectionism, and that's a whole nother thing to deal with. It could be curriculum choice, where it's just not a fit with their learning style. So it's really hard for me to answer your question without knowing you and knowing your kid. But if you put more comments in here, maybe I can help a little further. But
she says she's brilliant but won't work.
Brilliant but won't work. Okay. Yeah. So it could be that there are some, and by the way, I'm not ashamed of this. What I'm about to say, I'm not ashamed to say. I do think we need to build and work on character in our kids. Like if you just said in the comments, like she just doesn't, I'm going to say the L word. I'm going to say the L word because I have had a child who we had to work through laziness. The L word. And I know we don't like to say it out loud, but that is a valid obstacle in homeschooling that we have to address. It for sure is. So, yeah.
Yeah.
In my membership, we're bringing in parenting experts that are going to help us with stuff like this too.
Veronica Denoy, so happy to
Veronica,
be here.
no way.
She says, need to look into your group info.
I thought you were already in, Veronica.
Veronica Denoy, maybe another Veronica.
Wait, Veronica, I thought you were already in. Are you not? Or do I remember emailing you? Why did I think you were already in the group? Okay.
Cover 2012.
Hi.
I work from home and want to do homeschool preschool.
Yes.
Do you have any suggestions for socializing?
Yes, for social, you can find, if you go on Facebook, okay, so the easiest way to find social outlets for your kids, and I hate to say it because I'm on Facebook right now. Facebook, I hate you. It's Facebook. You get in every single homeschool group that you can possibly get into for your area, your zip code, your county, your homeschooling style. Say you're a Charlotte Mason homeschooler. You get into the Charlotte Mason homeschooling groups near you. You'll probably even find a group that's like homeschooling preschoolers in Denver. I live in Denver. Homeschooling preschoolers in Denver. And then and then meetups start to happen. So if you get in everything in Facebook, they'll start coming to you. And if they don't, spend 10 minutes and make your own homeschool Facebook group, and people will come to you. And you don't even have to plan much. Like often moms think, oh, if I organize something, I have to organize this huge co-op. No, you don't. You can set up 2 park playdates a month where you literally meet at the same park. You don't even have to think about different parks to meet up at. It can be so simple, and then it grows. Once you get to know those other parents, you can see their giftings, and then it can grow into something else. My friend Brandy, are you on here? She's usually on my lives. She's in the group too. This is what happened to her last year. She first met me and she's like, I'm totally alone. I don't know anyone homeschooling. And I live in rural Kentucky. And people that night, and people in the group in the comments were like, just start something simple. Well, she did. And now she's part of this massive co-op that does like homecoming. It's like really, really cool what's kind of happened in under a year. And it didn't take much work on her part either. So, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, let me drink my coffee.
Kiana says, going back to that other daughter who was reluctant to work, I feel for her. My son hates lesson time, says Kiana.
Yeah, what curriculum is she using? Kiana, what curriculum are you using?
Kay says, how can you
Will you comment?
Kay says, how can you get your spouse who works full time to be involved in homeschooling?
That's a tough one. Because if they're not interested, they're not interested. You can't force someone to do anything. Is your spouse supportive of the homeschooling though? Oh no. People always want to join my lives with me, and I just decline. I don't even know who they are. It like popped up like someone wants to go live with you. Is your spouse supportive of the homeschooling in general, just not wanting to participate him or herself? That's answer that, and then I'll be able to further answer.
Kelly Fry, how do I find and
Kelly.
connect with other parents in my province that are homeschooling? Jamie asked the same question.
Yeah.
Connecting with others.
It's Facebook. And you know what? Here's the thing. So I just started a community. It's in founding members only right now. And it is a community for parents, for moms. There's a couple dads in there, and we love them. They're really cool dads. But it's really important that you have a support system. And that's one of the reasons why I started the membership, because it's, we often, even if we're in a co-op or in a homeschool community, often our friendships are connected to who our kids are friends with. And those are very precarious relationships and often can't be very open. If the kids don't get along, then all of a sudden you've lost a mom friend, and it can get very tricky. And so that was one of the things that excited me about starting my membership, is because our kids don't know each other. So we're just there to support each other. And we do a lot of deschooling in there, a lot of workshops, tips, tricks, strategies, tons of mentoring. If you have questions about my membership, you can go to my link tree. It's the very first button in my link tree, so you can find out about it. And it's pretty exciting. You'd get lots of Zoom time with me, and we can homeschool our kids together. But it's a great, in a funny way, I was saying this on the Wednesday Zoom. It's good that we're disconnected from real life because we can just, I think someone just joined the group, because we want a really safe place to be able to connect with other homeschooling parents. So if you have questions about the membership or how I even started it, it's like a crazy story. The story it started out of intense frustration on my part, is why this even came up in the first place. So if you're interested in the story, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll spare you the details.
Kay follows up with
Hi, Kay.
She follows up with very supportive, but doesn't know how to make time because
Okay.
of his full-time job. How
Okay.
do you make it work?
Yeah. And I assume that your spouse is pretty tired at the end of the day. It might be a scenario that he wakes up early and works on maybe one subject with your kids or your kid. I know Scott, Scott, he really helps me with math because we both work full time. And I hate teaching math. And you know me, I want to just read beautiful books all day long and have these intense, dreamy discussions with my kids. And I don't like teaching math. And I was very good at math all growing up. I did great. I got into graduate school, did fine on my exams with math. I don't like teaching it. And I don't really want to relearn it. So, Scott, thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
People are asking you to share your story.
Oh, okay, they want to share my story. Well, I just need a moment where I'm appreciative of my husband because he teaches my kids math. So thank you, honey. Okay. Anyway, it might mean waking up early, and it could mean having a really great conversation, a healthy conversation with your spouse saying, look, I feel really overloaded. Could you take this one thing on? Let me help you. This is really overwhelming my mental load, and this is an area of gifting for you. It might not be math for your spouse. It might be something else. Scott happens to be really gifted in math. He was the head of our math department at our center, so he's way more qualified than me. So, but whatever subject or subjects that is, I would just have a really heart-to-heart with your spouse. It sounds like you're in a great relationship, a healthy relationship with a supportive spouse of homeschooling. That's what it sounds like. So that's what I would do if I was in a very healthy, supportive relationship with the homeschooling, is I would say, can you take this one subject on? I'm really overwhelmed.
Woolen Flaxmaid, that's Stephanie. I think she's in the group.
Stephanie! Are you in the group?
My teen son struggles in reading and tells me he hates it.
Okay.
Suggestions?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Your teen son struggles in reading and tells you that he hates it. Okay. I have been through this a trillion times in my career. I have more questions than answers. Does he have a diagnosed learning difference? Is he differently wired at all? Does he need simple stuff. Does he need glasses? Does he have a tracking issue? Does he have any headaches or anything when he is reading? Is he not imaging when he reads? So what people don't realize, okay, I'm about to get like a little bit intellectual, but you guys can totally go there with me. The thing about reading is like being able to decode, is a totally separate thing than comprehension. So a kid can learn how to decode beautifully, but they're never understanding what they read, because true reading comprehension is, the best way to explain it without using fancy words, is making a movie in your head while you're reading. Like you actually have scenes in your head. Not all children naturally do that. It does come naturally to many people, but not everyone. So if a kid hates reading, it could be because they're literally words only. And there's no picture, there's no movie. And when we had kids like that, we did interventions and we taught them how to do that.
She chimes in with, he had a tracking issue, but no glasses right now.
Okay.
He had vision therapy.
Okay. And it could not be resolved. And because of that tracking issue, that could have led to other issues. So my heart goes out to your son. I have a sister who it's physically painful for her to read. And to this day, she's not a reader. She can read, but she's not a reader. And luckily, thankfully, she enjoys book on tape and just devours those. But it's been a real struggle in her life. We're a little bit older. She grew up in the 80s where there wasn't everything book on tape, where you could just listen to everything. So the one thing I will say about your son, in the meantime, as you're problem solving what's going on, maybe it's the eyes, maybe because of the eyes, he never learned how to image or whatever. Try audiobooks, because we want to ignite that fire and that love of story. And you know what? If for the rest of his life he loves audiobooks, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay? So I want you to feel free, and I want you to help him and see him for the amazing kid that he is and all of the gifts that he does have. And he's going to be fine.
Yeah. She said it breaks my heart.
Yeah. Breaks my heart too.
We need to find someone to help him.
Yeah.
Ariel Des says, I'm nervous about homeschooling
Seems like a
my
great
autistic
kid.
daughter. I just don't want to mess it up.
Yes.
And
double heart. I know it's like a but double heart if you're totally scared about messing up your kid, because join the club if you're scared about messing up your kid.
And Melanie, who joined the group, said, girl, my child's autistic too, and I withdrew her today and hopped in the group.
Melanie, okay, yeah, we have quite a few parents of differently wired kids in the group, and we even made a thread for special needs. And I spent my entire career helping kids with special needs. I was reading IEPs and all of that. So if you need support with homeschooling your child who is on the autistic spectrum, the group might be a really great place for you. And I would love to have you. And I'm sure Melanie would too. So
that's cool.
I'm so glad that, and Melanie, did we just breeze past the fact that she withdrew her kid today?
Yeah.
Can we just give her the taps, virtual hugs, Melanie? That's a really brave thing that you did today. I don't want that's not lost on me.
Ariel says, it's so exciting. She has a language disorder, so I've been immersed in research.
Good. Look at you. You're going to do awesome. Oh, I love you, mamas.
Melanie says, it was so hard. I cried in my car.
Oh.
It's hard.
Oh my goodness. It really is hard, Melanie. It really is. I'm so glad that you're in the group. We're going to help you. We're going to get you through it. We're going to get you through this transition. And you know what? On the other side, with the mentoring and the deschooling that we're doing in that group, you know what? In a year, you're going to end up being a homeschool mentor to other moms. Because that's my vision for this thing. These founding members, it's not just oh, come in for cheap, come in for half price so that, we can get this thing started. My vision for this founding members phase of this group is I'm raising up the leaders. And you don't feel like a leader now, but you know what? In 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, you're going to see your own self in a comment section or joining the group, joining Thrive Group, who's totally lost and scared, and you're going to be able to help her. So that's the vision, especially for this founding members group. I'm raising up the future leaders. Yeah, we're going to deschool ourselves. We're going to get to work, and it's going to be really cool.
Courtney Brown says, my child is also on the spectrum, and I'm so lost.
Oh, Courtney. Oh, you guys give Courtney some hugs.
Alyssa says, I just joined. Did you say there is a group to help with homeschooling an autistic child?
Yeah, so my group is not only for autistic children. My group is a mentoring support group for homeschooling. It's homeschooling in community with me, and we meet and we mentor, we do Zooms, we have workshops. It's it's awesome stuff. Tips, tricks, strategies. But no, if you are looking for a group that is purely for kids on the spectrum, that is not my group. We have tons of parents of kids with all sorts of special needs and on the spectrum, so you'll be able to right away. There's several moms in there whose kids are on the spectrum. You'll be able to connect with them right away, but we are not solely that type of a group.
Yeah.
So it may not be a fit, which is totally okay.
Yeah, Brave Magnolia says, just jumping on, I missed it. Where can I join your group?
Oh, Brave Magnolia, what's your name? Okay, so my group, and I think you guys were wanting the history of the group too, like how it was born out of frustration. Crazy. If you're curious about the group, you can go to my link tree. And it's in founding members phase only. So being a founding member, there's some specific things you need to know about that before you're willing to join. It is half price, and it's half price for as long as you're in the group. But by being a founding member, you're also agreeing to be this foundational group with me, to work out kinks together, decide what we all really need. I have ideas of what we really need, but I'm not so prideful to think that I have it all figured out as well. So it's you're willing to give me feedback, you're willing to help me. We're going to work out kinks and figure out the best times to do things. We're also going to have fun. We're going to have a Christmas favorite things party. In the group, we're going to have surprise book clubs and all sorts of things. We're going to have certain nights where it's just like working moms wine night. I met with Jessie today. She's a mentor in the group, and we were brainstorming and planning out all of these things for the group. But it's basically, if you need mentoring and if you need non-judgmental community, and if you feel really insecure, you're worried about you're going to mess up your kid, and you need mentoring and you want to know me and be mentored by me, then it's a great group for you to join. I'm closing the doors December 15th. After December 15th, it's done. And it will never be this price again. So this is a window right now. And the reason why I'm closing the doors on December 15th is because we need to get our heads down. I want the founding members to really connect with each other and with me, because these are the future leaders in my group. In the spring, the group is launching for reals at full price. But right now, it's kind of like a pre-launch founding members thing. And you can look at it and read up on it in my bio. It's the very first link. It's not going to be for everybody. But it's pretty exciting. And if you guys want to hear the history of it and how it came about, then let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just answer homeschool questions.
Jess Rose says, if I join today, when's the first workshop?
Okay, the first workshop is December 2nd, but we have our very first Zoom. Is it Friday?
Yes.
Friday. Tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow?
It's Friday? Is the workshop?
Wait, no, the workshop's Wednesday, and the workshop is on how to survive the holidays, like practical. So this is a group where it's not another thing to do. It breathes life into your homeschooling. We help you simplify. We help with your mindset to be secure in what you're doing. But I think I'm Zooming with all the new members tomorrow for the onboarding. And the very first workshop is Wednesday. And there's lots of other things, lots of deliverables. Jessie and I were brainstorming today. Well, one, you get the free Holly and Ivy as soon as you join. You get the free Holly and Ivy, a $10 gift for free. But we're doing those types of deliverables on a regular basis, because one thing that I've really enjoyed about being a homeschool mom is considering myself a fun homeschool mom. I don't know about you guys. Double tap if you sometimes feel like you're not a fun homeschool mom. So something Jessie and I were talking about is once a month, we're going to have like a theme day. This is just an example. I did this last month. We had our first snow. And so I decided we were going to have a snowflake theme day. And we read Snowflake Bentley. We went outside and played in the snow. We made snowflakes and we talked about the science. We watched some YouTube videos on snowflakes and on snow. And we just had the best homeschool day. And we just did math and then had a theme day on snowflakes. But it took some time to plan that and whatever. And Jessie and I were saying, you know what? No, let's plan it for the moms. So one day a month, they have the whole thing planned out for them, where they get to be like the cool mom, who it seems very spontaneous and the kids get super pumped. Like they wake up and you're like, it's a theme day. But actually we plan the whole thing out for you ahead of time. So yeah, the group is workshops, discussion groups, office hours with me, where you get to come with your homeschooling questions, and wine nights, and it's yeah.
Yeah. Krista just joined the group.
Krista,
Awesome.
you just joined. Awesome.
I think, yeah, Jess wrote.
Who's type 1 goddess? Come. Who's type 1 goddess?
And then Elsie Bartel says, would the group be good for a homeschooling mom with a 2-year-old?
Oh, so yes. In fact, I was asked that before. We have quite a few moms whose kids are not quite homeschool age who have joined to learn. And let me tell you, I think it's so important. I wish I had someone that was several years ahead of me in the homeschool game that could mentor me when I was first beginning. Because don't forget, you're going to be starting homeschool when your kid's 3. You're starting preschool. So yes, it's 1,000% a fit for you, and you will benefit from the wisdom of the women ahead of you in that group. 1,000%. Oh, someone else just joined. Welcome. Okay, I can't wait to see you after this live. I'll go look.
Bridget. Yeah.
Bridget, yay! I'm so glad you joined.
Okay. I think a kid asked, my SAT is tomorrow. Any tips?
Oh, SAT?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's too late, girl. No. Yeah, whose SAT is tomorrow?
I don't know.
You know what we would call those? In the biz, we used to call those Hail Marys. Like a parent would call and say, my kid's AP chemistry test is tomorrow. Do you have a specialist that could help? And we were like, yes, we do. Send your kid down. We always delivered. And sometimes those kids were there until 2 a.m. and we were helping them with their AP chemistry tests. Yeah.
Justina says, are there any dual enrollment parents joining?
You know, I don't know of any dual enrollment parents that are in it, but there are parents that I believe are in enrichment programs, which is like, I call them drop-off days. So.
Yeah.
But that's a total valid, I mean, you're still homeschooling, right?
Yeah.
Let me take a sip of coffee.
Audrey Donovan says, how should I go about choosing kindergarten curriculum since I don't feel like I know my child's learning style yet?
Yeah. Here's the thing about kindergarten. You kind of don't need to know their learning style quite yet. In kindergarten, they're learning to read, and they're learning to count, and they're learning to write. And other than that, did I forget an important thing? Math, reading, writing. Other than that, you need to ignite their wonder. You need to read out loud to them every day and let them go outside and play. So you don't need to work. And quite frankly, I'm familiar with almost every homeschool curriculum out there. Quite frankly, they're all similar because they're all doing that same thing. They're teaching your kid phonics, sound, early counting, you know. So I wouldn't worry about picking it. Pick one that looks good to you. And make sure, this is what I will say. Make sure you're not picking one where your kindergartner is working 3 to 4 hours in a day. No. We're talking an hour. Yeah. They need to be done an hour. They're little. They need to go outside and play.
Veronica asks, Christy, do you have any suggestions on secular literature-based curriculum?
Yeah, Build Your Library. Have you heard of that one? A secular literature-based curriculum. And also BookShark. Check out those two. Yeah.
Jamie Dotson, my daughter struggles, it seems, in every subject. She struggles the most with math.
Okay. Do you suspect a learning issue with her at all? Or has she been tested for anything? That's the question that I would always ask my parents at my center.
Julie Larson, hey.
Julie!
How were your meetings?
Julie! I texted you.
She said, how were your meetings? Did you get a chance to write?
No, I didn't write today, and my meeting was okay. It wasn't great. My meeting with Jessie was great. She's one of the mentors in my group. That one was great. But the meeting before it was meh. It was owners of a conference, a homeschool conference, were interested in having me speak, and I just
Myra Aguilar. I have my daughter that is autistic. Can I homeschool her?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I think that if you have a child who has special needs or any type of learning profile, IEP, anything, I encourage parents to consider homeschooling. Our public school system is failing our kids who are out of the box thinkers and are, whatever you want to say, quirky, differently wired. I don't like to use the word disability. I don't like that label. They think differently. They're atypical. I prefer those terms better, but they're perfect. They're perfect. And they should never feel less than. And they have amazing gifts. And when they're in our public school system, they're constantly told they're not enough. They're constantly told they can't learn. They're given all these special things that make them feel stupid. They're not stupid, but these things make them feel stupid. They're given extra time. They have to wear headphones. Everything about it makes them different than everybody else. And it's a very shaming system for them. And it really breaks my heart. So, not every parent of a special needs child can homeschool that child, nor should they. In fact, I have known a parent who had one typical child and one quite severely disabled child. And she would say, look, they're in the public school system only because I really trust that teacher there. And that teacher loves my kids so much. And if I didn't have my special needs child there, I wouldn't be able to homeschool this other child. And that was the decision for their family. And I am in no place to question that. And this child was very, very severe, like would never learn to read or anything like that. And because that child was so high demands, the mother would never be able to give the typical child homeschooling if that other child was at home. And the other child was loved and cared for to the mom's heart's content in the system. So that's where I stand with that. I think it's the parent's choice. I think no one knows your kid better than you. And we are not in a place to judge. But what I will say, I think I just dinged. I think someone else just joined the community. Yay! I do have a playlist on my page that's titled Special Needs. Go and look at it. Yeah.
Cool. Username here. We're considering homeschooling our little one. Mine is only 4 and at an amazing preschool, but unsure what to do after that.
Yeah.
And I think she mentioned sending my little one with Down syndrome to public school.
Yes.
She had concerns about that.
Yeah. Well, it really depends. It really depends. And give hugs and loves to this mama because she's in a predicament. Yeah, because one child was born with Down syndrome and the other child is about to enter kindergarten.
I think so.
And what do you do?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And no one knows your kids more than you. And you know what else? There are some really beautiful teachers in the system that are in those special needs classrooms that are absolutely angels on earth. And if you can find one of those teachers, that's amazing. My mom worked as a one-on-one in a classroom, and it saddened her because she did not feel like those kids were taken care of in that classroom. But that's not every classroom, and that's not every teacher. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. Be Kayla. Any tips for homeschooling elementary when one of the parents is deployed?
Yeah, so you're basically a single mom. Yeah, absolutely. If you need support, you can join my group. We can help you and give you tons of support. I would love to have you in there if you're interested. But you can do it. You're not working yourself, right? Are you a stay-at-home mom? You can do it. Yeah, you can buy a really lovely curriculum, keep it very simple. No problem.
Shanice, my son
Hi,
just
Shanice.
turned 4. What curriculum should I start with, in your opinion, and what's this about a group?
Okay. what curriculum should you start with? Your kid is 4. I would do a very gentle preschool curriculum, such as that from Homegrown Preschooler, The Good and the Beautiful, Memoria Press, BookShark, one of those. They're all very similar and they're wonderful, gentle. They don't take much time per day. At that age, it's really all about learning to read, learning to count, learning to write, those types of things. So that answers that first one. And then the group, yes. So I have a group. If you're interested in homeschooling with me and being mentored by me and being in community with me so we can homeschool our kids together, I just opened my community. It is only open until December 15th. And this is the founding members window, because after December 15th, I am closing the group so that me and the founding members can put our heads down, work out the kinks, create this amazing foundation, because in the spring, my group is launching at the real full price. But right now, my group is half price if you're willing to be a founding member, though, which means the group isn't quite perfect yet. You get tons of FaceTime with me, tons of mentoring with me. I have no doubt about the value you're getting right away, immediately, but it's not going to be snazzy and perfect quite yet. That will happen in the spring. But I needed this foundational group to help me work out the kinks, give me feedback, for us to really bond together so that I really know what I want this group to be in the coming years and decades. So anyway, if you want to join my group, you can look at my link tree. It's the very first button in my link tree. And it is half off right now because you are a founding member, which that's not a fit for everybody. You have to be willing to be a founding member. But it is half off. And I would love to have you. And we Zoom tomorrow.
Ashley,
right? Tomorrow.
Ashley
Okay.
just joined the group.
Ashley, welcome. Oh, lots of hugs for you. Awesome. I'm so glad you joined. Yay. Do you guys want to hear the history of it? I feel like I should tell you why it even exists in the first place.
What age do you feel is appropriate to sign up for children in extracurricular activities? My girl is 5 and she doesn't like being away from me from activities.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? She's still young. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it quite yet. She loves you. I don't know. Yeah. I have a little clingy sweetie pie myself. I mean, she does do the activities, but if it's something that really concerns you, that's something that I would start having conversations about in the home and talk about bravery, independence. You might be away from mama, but I'm right outside that door. I'm still there for you. And because that's how you can work towards her. And then when she is brave, you reward her. You don't reward her for any results. You reward her for the character trait that you're looking for, which in this instance is bravery. Because bravery is when you're really scared to do something, but you know it's something that you should do or that's good for you, and you do it anyway. That's what bravery is. So, yay!
Yeah.
Jocelyn, woohoo! Awesome. And Kelly, love you guys. Yay!
The Blue Ridge Home. What are your thoughts on 16-year-olds getting their GED instead of finishing all the way through college?
Yeah, I don't have any opinions. If that's the right fit for that kid, then that's the right fit for the kid. It's not going to hold them back in life whatsoever. Yeah. Wouldn't you agree, babe?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, we even had adults coming back to us to study for their GED.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends on what they're interested in doing.
Yeah, it depends on what their future is and what they're interested in doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rhiannon Garza, do you feel it's possible to homeschool while being a full-time working mom?
It depends what your hours are. She's asking, is it possible to homeschool when you're a full-time working mom? And my answer to that is, what kind of job do you have? Are you working at home? Or are you maybe a nurse where you have like 3 12s or something? That's my question. How old are your kids as well? Do you have supportive family that can help you with childcare? There's a lot of questions that go into it. This is what I will say. Generally speaking, I have been amazed that when a woman is determined to figure out a way to homeschool her kids, she might not be able to do it overnight, but she gets there. I've seen families move states to make life more affordable. I've seen women and men change their jobs. So anyway, oh my goodness, I think we just got someone else that joined. Yay! Hi, Bridget.
Melissa said, my son wants to be an auto mechanic, and this is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, awesome. And I love that. And he can go far with that or not, as long as he's happy. And like a wonderful human being, right?
Yeah. Kylie Yeager, any tips explaining the decision to homeschool to a passionate 5-year-old who wants to go to school?
Okay, can you repeat that? Because I saw Kelly's where she's like, what's the difference between phonics and phonograms? Which I can get to that. But can you repeat that, babe?
Kylie asks, any tips explaining the decision to homeschool to a passionate 5-year-old who wants to go to school?
Okay, yeah. So this is one, I love it. How amazing that you have a 5-year-old with passion and that your 5-year-old feels free to voice his or her feelings to you. Like, wow, that's so great. They feel like you're a safe place, and I love that. So what I want to say is that I want to encourage you with one thing, that you have been on this earth for, I'm assuming, over 20 years, 25 years, and your kid has been on the earth 5. And dare I say, this might come off controversial, dare I say, I don't think a 5-year-old knows what is best for him or her. I think that's our job, and that's our calling, is to make those decisions. And often they voice their concerns out of fear of unknown. And they just got to dive in and experience it first to realize how cool it is. So that's, without knowing you, that's the best advice I can give you right this second. Phonics, can I answer Kelly's about phonics and phonograms?
Yeah.
Phonograms are the actual pieces. Phonics is the way that you teach reading. You teach reading through phonics. Phonograms are those pieces that your kids learn while they're learning phonics. Like TH is that's a phonogram. Okay.
Somebody asked, BK asked, will there be no more TikTok lives since there's...
Oh, there will be. No, I'm never going to give up the TikTok lives. No, I'm always here for you. Yes, totally. Absolutely. You know what I need, babe? It just said that my battery was low.
Well, that might be a good thing because it's 8:30.
Oh, it's already what?
Yeah.
It's already 8:30. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, you guys. Yeah. So the reason why, because I know that some of you guys were asking, the reason why I started a group, it was suggested to me. I was having a lot of struggles here on TikTok. If I can just be honest for just a second. My struggle on TikTok is that I love making TikToks and they're really, really cool, but I can only go so far because we have this TikTok algorithm and my heart is to mentor moms. And I can do that to an extent through my TikToks, but the reality is there still isn't a relationship. And I don't know your kid and I don't know you still. Like I can give advice and wisdom on TikToks, but there is still some left to be desired. Like, it's way different when you're advising someone and helping someone that you actually know. So that was a little bit of a frustration with me. I was also quite a bit frustrated with my lives, which I love doing, but I don't know if you guys realize, I don't even see your names. I see these TikTok handles. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you live. I don't know your kids' names. And then you need help, like you desperately need help, but often the answers aren't quick and easy, right? Like the mom earlier who said, my kid's struggling with reading. Oh my goodness. In order to figure out how to help you, I need to sit down with you for an hour, right? So then of course I do consultations, but quite frankly, not everyone can afford a consultation. And it was breaking my heart that I wasn't helping as many moms in the way I know you need the help. as I could. And so someone brought to my attention a couple months ago, Christy, you should really make a group because you can get to know the moms and mentor them and be on Zooms and talk about really intellectual stuff, but also tons of practical stuff. Like, how the freaking way do I keep my house clean while I'm homeschooling? Or my kids are just fighting all the time. What do I do? All the way to the spectrum of what is deschooling and why do we need to ask ourselves the good questions? Well, the answer is to free ourselves from doubt, right? And so I started to realize, oh my goodness, I think this might be the way to make mentoring really affordable. And that's how the group started. And it's in its founding members phase right now. So until December 15th, you can join at half price. And that price will stay half price for as long as you are in the group. The reason why is because I'm discounting it because it's not going to be perfect. It's just starting. Now, you're going to get incredible value. You're going to get FaceTime with me already, workshops, all the things. But it's not going to be snazzy and polished quite yet. So you have to be willing to help me out and watch me mess up and give me grace as I work to build an amazing community. So that's why it's half price as it begins, because it's not going to be perfect. And then in the spring, it's going to be launching at full price, and then it will stay full price forever. So this is a little window for those of you who have been following me a while. If you wish you knew me in real life, if you're really insecure, you're worried about messing up your kid, you don't know what curriculum to buy, you're struggling, this is the group for you because it's non-judgmental community and 1,000% support. So you are welcome to join my founding members, and it's right in my link tree. No pressure at all. It's not for everybody. It's really not. People have been joining like crazy every day, and so it's read up on it first, and then I have a Zoom tomorrow, so we can be on Zoom tomorrow if you join. And yeah, ask me any more questions about it.
Janelle said,
Hi, Janelle.
I have just thoroughly loved and trusted all your feedback. I want to join so badly, but I'm having a holdup with the fact that I'm just beginning. Thoughts?
Oh my goodness, you're the one. You should be in. The fact that you're beginning means that you do need to be in there. In fact, Scott, don't you think we should have like a subgroup for first year?
100%.
See, this is what I'm talking about with working out the kinks. We totally need to have a subgroup in the group. Double tap if you think this is right. I should put this in the group tonight. Like, hey, don't you think we should have a subgroup within our larger group of all first-year homeschool moms?
Yeah.
See, it's like,
yep.
Wait, am I getting hearts for that? Because if so, then that's like totally, yes, okay, I agree. Melanie, 1,000%, okay.
Sarah Rangel just joined.
First year, hi Sarah, I'm so glad you joined. Okay, you guys, okay, like I'm gonna be so thankful I went on this live tonight because I don't know if like this whole thing would have come up. But anyway, so what you just saw, like this is what being a founding member is. Like, no, there 5 seconds ago, there wasn't a group yet for first year homeschool moms, but 15 minutes after this live, there will be. And you just gotta be patient. That's why it's half price. But it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I have built companies before. I have no doubt that I'm gonna make it phenomenal. And part of what's gonna make it phenomenal is having founding members that really are investing. So, oh good, Scott just texted me like, add a group for first year homeschool moms. I love that idea.
Gina Perez says,
Hi, Gina.
Help. My kids are on the spectrum. I'm lost. Oh, I don't have money for the group.
Oh, yeah. The group isn't for everybody. Right now it's $20 and it will be full price in the spring. So yeah, not everyone's going to be able to join. I realize that. I'm sorry.
Okay. And yeah, we should probably wrap because it's 8:30.
Okay, it's 8:30. Any more questions?
Oh, Cheyenne.
It's half price till December 15th. And then it is closed. Like, it will never be this price past December 15th. I have to close it because I have to get in and dig deep with the founding members after that time. And we have to work together until the real launch at full price in the spring. So you can think about it. It's only December 1st. Or you can join tonight, and then I'll see you on Zoom tomorrow, because we're Zooming all the time in there already because there's been so many new members.
Kayla, you seem so confident. When you first started, did you struggle?
With homeschooling?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. But don't forget, Kayla, that I have been in education for 20 years. So yeah, I of course I struggled in the beginning, but I've never doubted the decision. Yeah. Which I should announce. Like I just, a publisher reached out to me and I just got a book deal. And I'm going to be writing the next modern case for homeschooling, which is pretty exciting. It's coming out in 2024. So I'm really excited about that. Yay.
Cheyenne, full-time, we should probably wrap up.
Okay, gotta wrap up.
Full-time working, not from home, single mom, homeschooling my 8 and 9-year-old, pulling my sophomore to homeschool.
Okay.
But worried about giving him the time he needs to de-school.
Yes, you are going to have to de-school him. You are. You're right. You're on the right track already. Okay, before we go, we talked a lot about the group. Can I tell you what's free? I want to tell you what I have offered for free. The Advent calendar. Every single day of Advent, Mary, Colleen, and I, we put together this packet, and it has everything planned for you for the Advent season where you don't have to research anything. And it's a fun activity every single day. It's totally free. Grab it. The other free thing I have is my 26-page How to Homeschool guide. In there, though, even if you're not a new homeschooler, if you've never heard of loop scheduling, I have one page in there on loop scheduling. That's if you're ready to take your homeschool to the next level, I would definitely read up on loop scheduling. So download that guide. It's totally free and it's 26 pages. So those are 2 free things that you can download right now. And you can also, the Advent calendar is in my link tree. Everything is in my link tree, you guys. Yeah. So it's December 1st. We decorated for Christmas today. It's pretty exciting. Yeah. So I love you guys. I hope I was able to help you tonight and encourage you tonight in your homeschooling journey. I'm going to go get some water, take my makeup off, probably go to bed because I wake up at 4:45 in the mornings. And hopefully I'll get to, I was telling Julie, I don't know if Julie is still here. I was supposed to wake up and write, but I woke up to a bunch of new members in the group, and so I didn't write. I was so excited I welcomed them. Anyway, okay. I love you guys. Go check my link tree for all the things. And the Advent calendar, I'm seeing that come in. Advent calendar is in my link tree. It's totally free. Grab it. It's a great thing for your Advent season. Okay, good night, everybody. Mwah. All right, bye.